Yes, we absolutely still need pride for so many reasons. Hey folks, it's Finn. Welcome back folks, lovely to see you, and a very, very, very happy Pride Month because this is June, which means we are now celebrating all things LGBTQ+. And today in this vlog I want to talk about all the reasons why I think we still need pride. For anyone who is new around here, my name is Finn and I share my life in recovery as a transgender gay man, and I make really honest content with a touch of humour about gender transition, mental health and LGBT lifestyle. So if you'd like to see more of these, please do hit that subscribe button. So let's talk about pride. So pride functions in two main ways. It is a protest whereby we raise awareness of the issues that LGBTQ+ people face. And it's also a time of celebration of LGBTQ+ identities. Now, one of the most common questions I get asked are about, do we still need pride? And absolutely yes, we do. Some of the most common things I hear are, if LGBT people want to be treated like everyone else, why do they make such a song and dance about it? Or, if LGBT people want to be the same as everybody else, why do they need special bars and events? And my personal favourite, they don't need pride anymore, it's okay to be gay now. Now that third one needs special attention and I'll get to that later on in the video, so stay tuned for that. But I want to address all of those in general. So strap in. So the first one, why do we make such a song and dance about it if we just want to be seen like everyone else? Well, the reason is because we still are not treated the same as everybody else. We make a song and dance of it because there are so many places across the globe where being LGBT is a criminal offence, it's a prisonable offence, even people are killed in some countries for being LGBT. There are still a huge amount of atrocities committed against LGBT people across the globe. And even over here in our Western society where we seem to be more liberal and accepting of gay people, there is still a big difference between being gay and doing gay. And what I mean by that is that on the one hand, people seem to be accepting and say that, you know, love is love and all of these things. But then when it actually comes to seeing gay people on the street, giving public displays of affection, kissing, holding hands, etc., we still face lots of discrimination. Lots of being shouted at in the street or just stared at, even those little subtle looks of disdain. I've experienced it myself. I made a video about this just after I came out as gay. And you have to get used to when you're with your partner and you're holding hands or you're walking down the street and you're kissing, you are likely to be looked at. If you're lucky, it'll just be a dirty look. If you're not so lucky, it'll be abuse. And trust me, it still goes on. And that's just in reference to the gay members of our LGBT community, because there are pockets of people in our community whose rights are far behind the rights of everyone else in the community. Our BAME community, their rights are far behind. Trans people of colour, trans people in general, our rights are so far behind everybody else's. We still face huge amounts of discrimination. We are vilified in the press. There is a ton of hatred. You've only got to look in the comment sections of my videos, which I leave up to make a point, to see the amount of hatred that exists towards trans people. So this is why we continue to make a song and dance about it, because being LGBT still is not okay. And we will continue to make a song and a dance about it until we are treated equally as we deserve, like any other human being. And we need separate bars and separate events for the same reason. It isn't that we want to be separated from the rest of the world. We want to be part of humanity and be accepted and treated equally and be able to kiss our partners in public without fear of violence. But that isn't what the world is like. So for many of us, the only time we feel safe is when we are at a bar or an event that is LGBT focused, so that we know that we can kiss our partner, cuddle our partner without having any fear about what might happen to us. So that's why we still need LGBT bars and events. Pride events are especially important because not only do the marches serve as a protest to help raise awareness of the issues we still face, but Pride events give us a space to come together and celebrate being us. Because for a vast majority of our daily lives, we receive information from external sources, media, that being LGBT isn't okay. When your identity is constantly put through the ringer, put out in the press, and all of this negativity, it makes you feel awful about yourself. So Pride is a time when we can come together and celebrate the amazing people that we are. We can come together and just share in all of our amazing differences and celebrate being us. And that helps to just counteract a little bit against all the negativity that is often faced to us externally. I love Pride Month because it's a time where lots of people are posting positive things about being gay, about being trans, about being bisexual, all of our different identities. And it's a time where I can really feel proud of who I am and see that lots of other people are championing our identities, and makes me feel proud, and it boosts my self-esteem, and that's what Pride does for people. And now to address that third question that I mentioned earlier. So often when I see Pride mentioned, you'll have things said like, it's okay to be gay now. Love is love. You can love whoever you want. Well, that's wonderful, but not all people in the LGBT community are gay. And this is why we still need to make a song and dance about it, because there is still a lot of lack of info about the identities that exist within our LGBT rainbow umbrella. There are gay people, there are bisexual people, there are pansexual people, there are trans people. And companies and individuals often fall into this trap of calling it gay pride, or talking about it's all about accepting people who can love one another. What about those for whom it's about gender? So many times I feel left out of Pride because of people calling it gay pride. Yes, I am gay, but I'm also trans. And before I came out as gay, I would feel invisible at Pride events. You'd have speakers come on stage and they talk about where's all the gays, where's all the lesbians, happy gay pride. And then there's this vast majority of trans people who are just not seen. And so that's why I want to address the third one. The fact that people are still saying it's okay to be gay now shows that they do not know enough about our community, because if they did, they'd realise that not all people under our beautiful umbrella are gay. There are so many different identities within our community, and we need a more inclusive Pride. So as you can see, there are lots of reasons why we still need Pride. It isn't just about local Pride. When we talk about Pride, we are talking about a global family. And until every single member of that family can be safe to be LGBT, we will continue to need Pride events. We will continue to need to protest for rights. We will continue to need safe spaces where we can be ourselves. We will continue to need places and events to lift up our identities, to help us feel good about ourselves, to counteract the negativity we often face. And right now, in the midst of this COVID-19 pandemic, with lots of us on lockdown, we need Pride more than ever, because actually what it's doing is shining a light on all of the things that already were more of an issue for us LGBT people. We're already more likely to be isolated, to be cut off from family, to have additional mental health problems. And with the virus, of course, it's making this all so much worse. LGBT people don't have access to the normal support groups. We don't have the Pride events that we'd go to and connect with each other. And so many people are cut off from their support, from their friends. And for many people, being LGBT and being stuck at home isn't safe. For many people, they can't be themselves at home. And their Pride events and their support groups are the time where they can be. So right now, it's more important than ever that we celebrate Pride as loudly as we can and find ways to come together and support each other in the best way we can. So, hopefully from this you can see that there are a ton of reasons why we still need pride, because it isn't just about what's going on in this country, it's about all of us. When we talk of pride, we are talking about a global community, and as you can see, it is still not okay to be LGBT. There are still many issues we face, and so for that reason we will continue using pride as a protest to stand up for our own and other people's rights in our community, and we will continue to use it to celebrate our identities in defiance to people that try to tell us that who we are is not okay. So as you can see, I'm a big lover of pride. What about you? Do you love pride? What is it about pride that you particularly love? What is it that you get from pride? Do let me know by dropping me a comment in the section below. And you can also ask me any comments or questions there as well. Thank you so much for watching, folks. If you want to see more of my LGBT videos, I shall link you to a playlist here. And there's also a subscribe button if you missed that earlier. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves. Keep being fabulously you. See you next week.